trees with boughs of holly. La 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 la. Look at this Christmas tree of jolly. La 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 la. I made it all by myself. Tags from Walmart dough. Tree for Dollar Tree. Isn't it a pretty thing? La 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 la. Okay, I have to be a little cheesy. Hello, it's that actress BK baby, and I'm back again with another video. And we are officially in the holiday season. As in, I am reacting to Nostalgia Critic's Christmas specials. Not Disney December. That's like, whew, the whole month. I don't have the whole month for that. And I have editorials coming up soon, so I decided to do some little Christmas reviews. The schedule for these are unplanned because next week are my finals week, so I'm going to be studying. But I'm trying the best to keep on my schedule. Like, I usually post my NC reviews on a Thursday. The last one was a little late because, like I said before, I got on team sick. So it made me go all sorts of ways. Look at these. I just want to look at this tree real quick. So, and I have my reindeer ears. Oh dear. And I have on Mood Lip Balm, the Grinch Mood Lip Balm from, if you saw my little small Black Friday haul, this was in it. So today I am taking a look at, what do we have? A Christmas Story Live. So we're going to look at A Christmas Story Live. I'm going to put the Christmas tree away. Bye, Christmas tree. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Nostalgia Critic's review of A Christmas Story Live. To die for. Okay. Play.
This episode brought to you by Stamps.com. Why go to the store to get stamps when you can have them printed right at home for your convenience?
Oh wow. We might not get a Christmas intro this year, but let's see what we got. Knew it. Oh. Camera. Woo. And Jim and Bob. Y'all didn't just see that fantasy thing. I'm sorry.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it? I summon ye Christmas.
I knew it. It had to come out somewhere. Wow.
There, I did a nice little Christmas intro and nobody got hurt. No worlds blew up or anything. Everything is good. I don't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear that either. Whatever it is, I'm sure it had nothing to do with my Christmas intro.
Mm-hmm.
How is that even possible? Anyway, let's talk about live shows. Since pretty much the dawn of television, live shows have been a very regular thing. But they've had a bit of an explosion these past 5 years. Shows like The Sound of Music with Carrie Underwood, Peter Pan with Christopher Walken, and The Wiz with Queen Latifah have been raking in big numbers for NBC. Clearly because they were good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awkward kitsch isn't kind of good. Not wanting to be left out of the musical equivalent of dogs playing poker, Fox decided to throw their hat into the ring with Grease Live with Vanessa Hudgens and the Rocky Horror Picture Show with Laverne Cox. The specials apparently did well enough to warrant what Fox was hoping to be the crowning achievement of hokiness, because Lord knows we haven't made it hokey enough already, A Christmas Story. In America's need to destroy this movie, A Christmas Story Live does its best to turn that small-town innocent family classic with a hint of an edge into a tacky singing Hallmark card covered in falling glitter with an unfunny joke inside. But where a card only gives you a second of annoyance, this one delivers 2 hours and 15 minutes of cyanide fruitcake. And that's without commercials. With commercials in 3 goddamn hours! The special is like a forgettable ugly sweater.
And to make things shady, they played the Sound of Music original the same night.
Ugly sweater. It's the kind of special that rips out what was charming and fresh from the original and replaces it with what Google Translates would interpret as charming and fresh. It's a miserable experience from beginning to end, so let's look it over from beginning to end. This is why Christmas can't have nice things. Let's take a look at Christmas Story Live. I'll try this again. Let's take a look at Christmas Story Live. Okay, my bad. I seem to have put on Old Navy Presents A Camp Rock Christmas. What's that? The fictional person I'm pretending is off camera to make this joke work is telling me this is in fact a Christmas story.
It started off like that.
Don't know how I didn't recognize that! I mean, Christ, literally the first scene is 100% wrong. It took effort to be this wrong. It's like starting off a Christmas classic everybody knows like this.
Me so horny. Me so horny.
Well, now I feel obligated to say this. Don't do that, Fox! We actually know you would now! So after trying to make Ralphie's bunny pajamas somehow hot, we bizarrely have enough sexy rabbits, thank you.
Oh!
Something kind of resembling a Christmas story finally starts. And at first, I will admit, it is impressive to think this is all done live. The shots, the visuals, the movement, the timing. This would all be difficult to do on its own, taking out that you have to get it done on
Some
the
was
first take.
pre-recorded.
But sadly, it's narrated by an actor who's known for giving a performance like it's his first take. Matthew, he was good in that one thing. Broderick. Broderick's entire performance is the most constant reminder
Something fell
that this is life.
I got
Because he's
scared.
so incredibly awkward that you swear, rather than creating emotion first and racing against the clock second, he's racing against the clock first and creating emotion never.
I had renewed reasons for optimism. Santa was on the case. I'd heard a lot of no in the past 3 weeks from no less than Santa himself. Like Michigan was so polluted you could run halfway to Milwaukee before you sank to the bottom. Here it is. Here it is, the house on Cleveland Street. Higbee's. The high water mark of the pre-Christmas season.
Everything he says is like the flower shop scene from The Room. Any human feeling accidentally entering the equation is clearly an indirect byproduct.
For months I'd been thinking of the Red Rider and nothing else. Now here it was, the real thing.
That's a lot of shit. Maya Rudolph plays Ralphie's mom, and Ralphie is played by Andy Walken. No relation to Christopher Walken that I know of, yet somehow he still inherited every one of his scary faces.
Don't seem desperate or you're done.
Okay, before I go too harsh on this kid, he is a kid, and he's still learning, and to his credit, he's been in a lot of other stuff. Movies, a steady gig on a TV show. I legitimately hope his talent grows and he has a nice long career. But when you put that kid in eye-warping glasses with frames so black even Tim Burton would say too dark on a live show where you can't always get the best lighting, flattering camera angles, and you're encouraged to come across big and silly, unchecked, that kid can be terrifying. Look at the way the shadow hits his eyes. He looks like Harry Potter turning into Gollum. Did you know the same director of A Christmas Story also directed Black Christmas? You would if he put these shots of that kid in both of them. Okay, well, let's hope his singing can balance things out.
Then there's Mother. She can be tough. I'll drop a couple hints.
He's really good and the kids are alright.
Oh.
Anyway, he's just a little boy. What's Broderick's excuse?
That's right, boys. Take it from me. If you want to keep your homestead free of villains, I give you old blue.
Oh, one of these days the Blue Fairy will come and make me a real actor.
There's nothing wrong with your monitor, by the way. The aspect ratio keeps changing. I'm assuming this is whenever there's a fantasy Ralphie is having. Which means there must have been some confusing thoughts he was going through when these women came out in his PJs. Okay, look, kid, I really hope one day you can look back and be like, remember A Christmas Story Live? Wasn't it funny how much that didn't work and I didn't belong there? But now I'm a huge star making millions and everybody loves me. Ha ha! I can look back and laugh now. It's funny. Ha ha ha! But for right now, was interrupted by a nice recognition of the first responders to last year's California wildfires.
Please join us in honoring the first responders who put their lives on the line to serve and protect us all.
But I'll admit, it's a little muddied where immediately after, instead of promoting a wildfire charity you could give to, it instead pushes a special Twitter emoji if you tweet their hashtag. Oh, heck with those wildfires, I want that emoji! I just said that. If you've seen the original, a lot of this will seem familiar. Ralphie drops hints that he wants a BB gun, the father fights with the furnace slaps him, I guess, and legitimately good improv overshadows this prop malfunction.
Let me look at the bills, the bills,
Oh.
the bills, the bills. Would you get that, honey, please? What is this here? Yeah. Oh, we got our bills.
My god, that was the only part of the musical that actually felt genuine. It felt real and not forcibly overblown, much like the original. So, the only part of A Christmas Story Live that actually felt like a Christmas story was literally by accident! There's a profound Zen riddle in there somewhere, but it's distracted by another shitty song number. This one's about crosswords.
Of course, that's what was missing from the original.
Back to your favorite quiz show, Are You a Genius?
Hey, where's the bars on this one? It was in all of the other fantasies, why isn't it in this one? Are we supposed to assume this isn't a fantasy and there's actually a game show going on in his kitchen? About as much as Broderick's line delivery here isn't the loudest cry for help this musical can muster.
With Rinso, it's easy to pretend everything's fine.
Production denial never felt so benign.
Tinkerbell's pal, forever a boy, Peter.
Peter. Yeah, 3 letters? Yeah. Peter, Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. That's not gonna fit.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna win with that encyclopedia knowledge. Here's the intro to the bullies, and again, listen to the original narrator, the author of the book, talk about these people as if they were real compared to a professional, world-famous actor who does this for a living.
Farkas, what a rotten name, staring out at us with his yellow eyes. He had yellow eyes, so help me God, yellow eyes.
Scott Farkas. Even his name sounded mean and dirty, and Farkas had yellow eyes. I swear he did.
But to be fair, Broderick got paid a lot of money to do this, and the author only did it because he wanted to.
When you're a witch. When you're a witch.
We get a song about how rotten the bullies are, and the more I watch, the more I realize the songs themselves actually aren't that bad for what they are. They have good melodies and clever lyrics, but they belong in a big, over-the-top production, which is not what Christmas Story was ever meant to be. They were little scenes that felt real because they were little. It's like the brother crying in the kitchen. That's so sweet and feels so real because it's allowed to be a smaller moment. I feel like here if they did that scene, they'd just be like, under the sink! Under the sink! But they make up for that with comic gold like the teacher, played by Jane Krakowski, being obsessive-compulsive.
Our first activity of the day will be...
What you saw adds nothing to anything and should have been left out. Our apologies.
If I could get Miss Shields to sympathize with my plight, she might phone my mother and implore her to get me that gun.
That doesn't sound cryptic at all.
Those assholes that owe me that drug money will pay! Nobody messes with Gangsta Ralphie! Nobody! Ralphie to the rescue!
He has another fantasy
I
about
heard the
saving
musical
people with his
before.
BB gun. Again, not a bad number on its own, but in the original it's short and sweet, only 2 minutes. In this version, it's 6. 6 minutes of this! It's so long, boring, and pointless, I almost pray there will be a screw-up to make things more interesting.
But I think that everyone should have a Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, sorry, the mics in my fantasy forgot to turn off. We then follow that fantasy with another fantasy. Yeah, remember how they were spaced out in the original? Stupid. As now the mother gets a song about being a mother. And boy, does she do a great impersonation of Russell Crowe from Les Mis.
The floors have been scrubbed like a woman possessed and steady and stable.
Oh, wow.
And piles of paper appearing right out of thin air. That's
What a mother does.
I didn't know you could go through 2 puberties, or that your voice could crack 3 times while it happens.
the very best Christmas there ever was. That's what a mother does.
That's
Excuse me for a minute, I need to go back where I was talking about Ralphie singing.
uh-oh.
He's really good and the kids are alright. But he does sing better than Maya Rudolph. Assuming that'll make sense later.
There was commercial break.
So the father gets a letter saying he won a major award from a contest. As you probably remember, they build up this joke the entire day as to what it could be, or it just comes immediately after the letter. Then what the hell is the point of the letter?
All right, boys, call it in.
Yeah, what is it?
Beats me.
I mean, I know what it is. I just stopped caring in this production.
Oof.
They say all the lines you're waiting for them to recite, like math problems being repeated at school.
Fragile.
Yeah, fragile, yeah. And once again, we get almost no break going from one song number into another.
A major award. I want a major award.
I will give this dude credit. He can at least really sing and dance, as well as perform an impressive quick change in one shot without seeing any of the people switching him out of the clothes, as you can see in this behind-the-scenes footage. Of course, it does leave an awkward visual for people at home, reinforcing that the special is in fact trying to eat you whenever it can. And the rest of the number is, what's the word I'm looking for? Heinous.
We want a major award. We want a major award.
You know, over 60 years ago, they actually ran another live Christmas special. It was an opera called A Mall and the Night Visitors. It was about the three wise men visiting a woman and her disabled child on their journey. And the mother thinks about stealing the gold to help her child who has never been shown any love by the rest of the world. Here's a clip of that scene, for no particular reason.
What I could do for my child with that gold. I should it all go to a child they don't even know. For my child.
God, I hope you feel as dirty as I do. They go to a Christmas tree farm owned by Kim Jong, who in check can be funny, but in something like Christmas Story Live?
Tall trees, short trees, green trees, pastries. This little Christmas tree humor.
Well, it's no deep wang, but few things are. Thank God. Why, this is the happiest non-moving car ride I've ever seen. They get a flat from remaining perfectly still, and if you know the original, you know the following scene fits this special's tone like a glove made of thorns.
Fudge.
But I didn't say fudge. I said the word.
Because again, in the original, they talk like real kids, real parents, real situations. So a scene like this really works in the environment they created. Here it's like somebody saying bitch in Annie. It doesn't match in the slightest. Not that I wouldn't mind seeing that in Annie, but...
Hey!
This is how you do a convincing
Stop
screen take. Well, I think we all know what's up next. Schwartz's mom talking about spelling tests.
Is this because I failed that spelling test?
My heart is broken enough.
But the words were hard. Believe and receive.
I before E, except after C.
Did we get intercepted by another musical? What's going on?
How is it your fault?
How is it not?
No, sorry. We got interrupted by the original special we started out with. At this point, I prefer the spelling tests.
It was over. I was dead. But what would it be? The guillotine? The hanging? The electric chair?
So.
Drawn and quartered?
So.
Torture?
Yeah, you really sound concerned, Broderick.
So.
Different ways of being killed, like you're picking out nuts.
The guillotine? The hanging? The electric chair?
What should I choose? The peanuts, the cashews, the almonds? He says he heard the word from Schwartz, and to Schwartz's mother's credit, played by Anna Gustier, she mimics the original flawlessly.
You heard it from your son.
He heard it from your son.
What?
That sounded like actual Christmas Story for a minute. Take it away!
Oh.
You can't have that in this musical. Do the opposite. Sing a song about Hanukkah or something. Oh, come on. That was a joke. There's really a song about Hanukkah in this? Yep, right the hell out of nowhere. After Ralphie apologizes to Schwartz, she bursts out singing a song about Hanukkah.
I think every Jew in this whole state is here inside our home.
Come on, everybody. It's the Hanukkah portion of the show.
Market for a miracle. One is red.
Now look, learning about another religion's traditions are fine, but A, there's enough filler in this already. B, it's adding to the already torturous running time. And C, it's called A Christmas Story. If I went into Easter parade and they spontaneously sung about Kwanzaa, it wouldn't really fit.
Raise a glass to the Israelites. Living it up for a crazy night.
You know what, strike that. I'm learning so much more about Hanukkah in this one song than I am about Christmas in this entire special. Goddamn l'chaim. Hi, who the hell are you?
Oh, Miss Shields. I've got all my Christmas letters to write. I write special messages to every one of my friends and relatives.
I'll teach you how to type.
Sucks. Look, we've already had this special confiscated by other specials. We really don't need another one. Can we please get back to... Okay, thank you.
What has Mom heard you?
Oh, wait, now I really want to analyze this. Why the hell was that scene in this story? It had nothing to do with the characters, it had nothing to do with the plot. Oh, God, what am I doing? Just get this over with. As you probably guessed, this scene had to happen at some point. Flick gets his tongue stuck on the pole. Twice.
Class, what is going on?
Well, you can't confess a thing or you'll get busted.
You know, singing your crime doesn't make me hear it any less. You all have detention. They get him off the pole, and they go on with their day as Ralph finds he gets a C+ on his report.
We're the loser. We only got a C+.
C+. C.
All in favor of skipping this song? Thank you, Christmas miracles. Wait, I should see if there's anything of potential value. So the bullies drop by again, and in a fascinatingly botched moment, I know so few, Ralphie just attacks him for literally no reason. In the original, the bully hit him with a snowball, breaking his glasses. It hurt. He was crying. He was afraid of his father's wrath. A father he loved, but he was kind of afraid of. And on top of that, he was mocked endlessly. It was perfectly built up, so you felt like you would attack too. But here, he's just called names. Nothing else. The bullies called him names all throughout the special. If anything, he kind of looks insane, just randomly attacking him at this point. More than usual. But he breaks them immediately afterwards, and the mother sings about how things are gonna be okay. Well, sing is such a strong word.
Notice how the world keeps turning, and you're back to jumping, laughing, and they're gone crazy, messy moments.
Good job there. That was, definitely breathing with words coming out. I could have done that. I mean, I'm doing it now, but the way you did it, I definitely couldn't do that.
From then on, things were different between my mother and me.
Neither of us ever sung again. We shared a bond.
Oof.
Next, they go to the mall to visit Santa, played by David Allen Greer. You nailed the spirit of the original. The elves here? And the elves from the movie.
Quit dragging your feet.
Hurry up, the store's closing.
Come on.
It's like the movie's looking into a mirror that can't sing.
And give me a towel.
Santa!
I'm not your imaginary friend. I got my limits.
I think that's what TV Guide actually said about this special. Ralph gets up there, and just like in the original, he's told he'll shoot his eye out.
I love this job.
It's just like in Living Color, only not funny and somehow more offensive. The mother apparently knocks over the lamp by accident, and the father goes to get the glue. Pretty similar to the original, except it happens on Christmas Eve! Christmas Eve! It just makes everyone look like an asshole! The father looks like a dick yelling at his wife and going to the store to get glue, and the mother just leaves the kids behind because she's so angry. These parents are awful! Just awful! In the original, they were a little awful, likably awful, but here, their Christmas story too awful! I said it, no regrets, this special sucks! They come home and immediately make up, making this all completely pointless. And since we know you don't ever want this to end, here's a song about the kids not being able to sleep. You know what this scene needs? That yak from that Ren and Stimpy episode that goes completely insane.
I can't stand it anymore. All the time. Singing. Why won't he stop?
Christmas morning mercifully comes as the last 20 minutes is pretty much a line-for-line reenactment, replacing all the charm and joy with a possibly drunk Broderick.
I knew that Santa and his reindeer had already left. My old man was one of the most feared furnace fighters in all of northern Indiana, but I was not only perpetually 4 years old. My eye's okay. If Schwartz and Flick ever saw me, or at least that's what I kept telling myself.
How did they never do another Inspector Gadget with him?
My
I know I'm picking on him too much, but a lot of people really do underestimate the passion of the original. So, once again, here's the author, a guy who made his living writing, giving acting a shot, against a highly paid Hollywood actor who does this professionally.
My eyes are right. The BB must have hit my glasses. My glasses? Oh no, where are my glasses? Few things brought such swift and terrible retribution on a kid as a pair of busted glasses.
Well, the BB must have hit my glasses. My glasses. Oh no, where were my glasses? Nothing brought such swift and terrible retribution on a kid as a pair of busted glasses.
Can you believe the Lion King invited James Earl Jones back, but not me? Weird.
Oh gosh.
Like the original, he pretends an icicle hit his eye and he gets to keep the gun. The dogs eat the turkey, but forget to take the tablecloth, so the father makes up for that. There you go. And they go to the Chinese restaurant where, prepare yourself, there's an actual funny joke here.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
I wasn't expecting that.
What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Damn it! That means I have to say I laughed once in this!
Does this mean we both die?
It finally ends with everyone taking a bow, but they never address the most pressing question that the special raised. Did the girl ever learn to type? Well, that's the most investment I got! This special makes me realize why so many people are hating Christmas Story more and more. Because fewer and fewer people know how to properly represent what made it special. Christmas Story has become that kitschy lamp. It's loud, ridiculous, and people are increasingly embarrassed by it. In the original, it was grounded enough to mock such tackiness, but now it's become it. This whole special is like one of Ralphie's fantasies, except they're supposed to only last a few minutes, not over 2 hours. I'll give it credit on a technical level. For a live show, it is amazing how smoothly it went and how good it looks. I'll also say the music, for the genre, is surprisingly rather good too. It makes me almost want to check out the Broadway show. But just as a silly musical, not as a good representation of a Christmas Story. Because I'm believing more and more nobody can properly capture it. It's a little story in a little town about little problems, but it's done with great actors, great writing, and a great director. To go this overboard with people who clearly don't understand the source material or what made it so special is a difficult misstep for any Christmas Story fan to watch. And I still love the original the same way I love the Grinch, despite everyone trying to destroy that too. You simply can't kill a true classic.
Well, I'm
saving
that.
Impressive
Saving my thoughts for that one.
I'm a Nostalgia Critic, and Christmas has just begun! Maybe I'll go on that.
Woo, that's still a little bit of a cold coming up. There was like, I never noticed that much because I really wasn't paying attention to the special like a lot of people were. So I'm not really disagreeable on his thoughts on this one. So it's that actress VK Baby. I'll be back again with another video. Hopefully another reaction Christmas video soon for Nostalgia Critic, and hopefully I get my stuff together and have my first ever Christmas tutorial ready. So I will see you guys later. Don't forget to look at my channel to see other reaction Nostalgia Critic videos. And also, I have some archived Nostalgia Critic reaction videos that I didn't get a chance to post in October and November. And comment down below if you want me to post those. So, until next time, have a holly jolly holiday, and I'll see you later. Bye.